Spider-Man 2 throws us into another rendition of Marvel's New York, where Peter and Miles team up to bring us a whole new story with individual missions, unique mechanics, and abilities. In this video, I'm going to dive into some of the new features, as well as some tips and tricks to get your Spidey adventures off on the right foot. While the Spider-Man map doesn't change much from year to year, Spider-Man 2 introduces new events, collectibles, and new features around the map altogether. This year, collectibles and events won't just pop up on the map, and instead you will need to use your spider focus by clicking in the right stick. Different events will have unique markings that will tell you what they are, such as Prowler hideouts will have purple LEDs on the roof, Sandman crystals will be surrounded by dust clouds, and Mysterios will be glowing green, and so forth. If you see something off in the distance, you can also zoom in with the left trigger, and then mark your desired location by clicking in the right stick. In order to really hone in on your Spidey senses, we're going to need to upgrade a variety of skills, abilities, and gadgets. You'll be needing tech parts, which are collected through crates, which will have a blue glow to them, as well as spider bots, which will have a pulsing pink sphere with the bot located somewhere within. Rare tech parts will be found in crates with yellow glow to them, and from what I've seen, pop up mostly in cloaked hideouts. You'll also be finding city and hero tokens, which can be gathered through collectibles and other odd jobs across New York, like taking photos or helping local firefighters. While you have the ability to unlock and upgrade a variety of gadgets, I have two that I would recommend prioritizing. One being the web shooter, which seems to be very effective this year. You can use the shooter to blast a barrage of webs at your opponents and then hit them into the wall to dispatch them quickly. And the second being my favorite gadget, which is the web grabber. This pulls multiple enemies in together, and I would recommend taking the time to get the first two upgrades, which will increase the effective area of the gadget, as well as pulling all nearby throwables. You pair this with one of either Peter or Miles' abilities, and you're removing large groups of enemies in seconds. When it comes to suit tech, this is going to be more preference-based, but I personally upgraded health in order to get the 20% bump, as well as a slight heal with perfect dodge. I also upgraded focus in order to get a second focus bar, and this will be especially important in the beginning to help heal when overwhelmed in large hordes of enemies. A new mechanic introduced this year that I'm really enjoying is the use of a parry system. While dodging has been the primary focus when not fighting, parry adds a new element to each interaction across New York. Whether it be crimes, side missions, or boss fights, you can parry with left trigger when your Spidey senses flash red. This not only negates damage, but also opens you to new combos and ways to fend off the bad guys. If this is a part of your playstyle, I highly recommend upgrading the shared skill tree to unlock Parry Disarm, which will force light enemies to drop their weapons upon a successful parry. While swinging your way through the city, you will have random callouts of nearby crimes being committed. These can range from assaults and robberies to high-speed car chases and fighting off mini armies. If you find yourself busy or not really feeling too helpful in the moment, then shame on you. But no, really, you don't need to worry because there's no penalty for missing out on taking the day off. I would like to mention, though, that if you see the other Spider-Man actively fighting a crime, it is worth taking the time to help them out. Aside from some new dialogue and nostalgic Spider-Man poses, you will get extra experience for helping out your ally. Speaking of allies, while you have missions that require you to switch, you can also seamlessly switch between Miles and Peter by swiping left on the PlayStation pad and then holding square. This will instantly teleport you to the other character. With Spider-Man's ever-growing suit tech, we are introduced to the wingsuit. You can effortlessly switch the use of the suit on and off by holding down triangle. Pair this with wind tunnels, slingshots, and updrafts across the map, and we have another fun mean of exploration. One of the big benefits of this wingsuit combo is our ability to cover not only vast distances over land, but also across water. In previous games, if you had nowhere to latch your web, you would fall into the water in slow pace of travel. Whereas now with the wingsuit, you can swap between flying and launching forward using X. There's also a pretty cool surfing animation if you close the wings when gliding over water. While the use of the wingsuit and slingshots are awesome, our main mode of transportation is going to be good old-fashioned web swinging. A tip to improving the effectiveness and speed of your web swinging is making sure you stay low to the ground. This drastically increases your speed and improves your chase down effectiveness. Even when maneuvering in and out of turns and around corners, you can pick up your speed relatively quickly when sticking closer to the ground. While Spider-Man has one of my favorite traversal systems in place, maybe you're in a hurry. And this year, you can select any particular spot within a district and fast travel there. The only catch is you will need to level the district up to a level 2, and this can be done by completing random events and grabbing various collectibles in and throughout the region. Spider-Man has always been a man of stealth, and this year is no different. Outside of traditional stealth takedowns that we've seen in previous years, Spider-Man 2 introduces the web line, which opens up a whole slew of finessing your way around the enemies undetected. You unlock this relatively early on in the story, and I highly recommend adding it to your arsenal. The ability to create a line from one side of a room to another and take down multiple enemies makes clearing a room drastically easier. I hope this helped those looking to start their first game, or maybe even those going for another playthrough. Comment down below and let me know what's your best Spider-Man tip. Also, if you've enjoyed this, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.